Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Patrol maintains a constant vigilance to ensure the safe delivery of the millions of dollars worth of cargo which is transported annually over the highways. The shipments are of varying nature and varying value, but the cargo most tempting to the lawbreaker is money. On August 20th of this year, an armored truck was delivering a $33,000 payroll to the Reiner Oil Company. The schedule and contents of this truck were known, and a highly dangerous plan for seizing it had been devised by two criminals, Virgil Stocker and Alfred Davidson.
You handled that thing like you love it.
Soldier's weapon's his best friend.
This you ought to know, huh?
Ask any guy who spent 14 months in Korea. I fought from Busan to the Yalu River and back. I guess I told enough for you to guess how rugged it was. I got 3 tanks. I kept one of these so hot it burned my hand. And what did it get me?
Oh, you got a lot of decorations.
Medals. You can buy them in any pawn shop. You sure you remember what I taught you? All right, get a rocket.
Okay.
All right, feed me. Hey, wait a minute. You wouldn't last 10 minutes with a bazooka man.
All right.
All right, take it out.
I'll get it. Just take it easy, Stocker.
All right, once more now.
Yeah.
Feed me.
There you are.
Yeah, that's better. You could be a little faster.
Yeah. Say, look, Stocker. You taught me how to work one of these things, but, where does it get all its power?
You don't have to know where it gets its power, as long as you see what it does. Take this car. Right to shreds. An armor plate on a tank, hole right through it. And the average safe, just like butter. When you see what this gets us, you won't worry about decorations.
I hope you're right.
The passing of the armored truck at the expected time confirmed the information which Stocker and Davidson had previously obtained.
There's a lot of money there.
Yeah, man.
Pays to keep your ears and eyes open.
You know something, Stocker? I'll bet even I could hit that going by.
No sense shooting at a moving target. Come on. We'll do this the smart way.
Right.
Armored truck personnel, conscious that their most dangerous position was at the point of pickup or delivery of the money, maintained their usual caution and continued on to the payroll office. Stocker and Davidson followed at a safe distance, confident that the terrible and superior firepower of the bazooka would overcome any obstacle to their capturing the payroll.
Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Fletcher, Army Criminal Intelligence.
How are you? You got a list of what was taken?
Bazooka, 19 rocket projectiles, 6 hand grenades, gas, a pair of masks, and assorted small arms. Our suspect posed as a sergeant from a tank destroyer company. The warehouse entry gave us a pretty fair description.
Virgil Stocker.
Well, that's who we think it is. He's an ex-soldier. Dishonorable discharge.
5'11", 170 pounds, he got brown hair. Well, that checks with one of our suspects.
One of them?
Yeah, we got Stocker and a John Doe, age about 25.
How have we got them spotted?
Gas station attendant called in. Said he serviced a car, saw a bazooka in the back seat.
3427 to 2150.
2150 by.
3427, traveling east on 14 from Council Flats.
You've got a description of the car. Set up a roadblock at Kings Road.
10-4.
$36.32. Give me your 1020. 2 men in a car. They're traveling west. We've alerted the FBI and other agencies. We'll do what we can.
3632, heading south on Arrow Highway, just approaching 14.
Set up a roadblock on 14 at that point.
3632, 10-4.
We've only got 2 units available. Look, here's where we stand. If our information is correct, the suspect should be right in this area. $21.50 by.
3427 to 2150, go ahead.
Any traffic at your point?
Not a car. That doesn't mean anything. This is a pretty quiet road.
Well, that's your territory. Anything around there might interest him?
Well, the oil company's accounting and payroll office is here, but they've been paying salaries by check.
10-4. Now, we've got 14 blocked off here, here, and here. If they're in there, they can't get out.
I can think of one way out. A bazooka hits with the impact of a 75mm howitzer. It can tear a patrol car to shreds. If they decide to fight their way out, what can one man do with a .38 revolver?
All right, what do you suggest?
Well, we can move in some armor.
How long?
Oh, say 6 hours.
They should be at one of our roadblocks in about 6-7 minutes.
They've got us on firepower and range.
Well, let's hope they won't fight.
Suppose they do.
That's one thing we have in common with the Army. We're paid for that, too. Go ahead, 3427.
Armored truck just delivered $33,000 cash payroll to the oil company.
I thought they paid by check.
But there's been a change. The workers needed cash. There weren't any banks around.
And hold your position. I'll meet you. You want to ride with me?
You bet. Bring him out.
what happened?
2 men knocked him out, blew the safe, grabbed the payroll, and left going that way in a black sedan.
Thanks very much. You got a gun?
Yeah, but it's no good against a bazooka.
You got rifles. Come. It'll take an hour to get here. Come on, let's go. $21.50 to 3427.
3427, bye.
They're headed your way. Do you know what a bazooka can do?
I sure do. I was in the Army. 10-4.
$36.32, come in.
3632, bye.
He's coming your way west. Take off, code 3.
It's a roadblock. Where's the cop? Well, we can blast our way past that.
Faced with the knowledge that their sidearms were no match for the bazooka, the patrol continue their efforts to apprehend the criminals. With an inadequate number of units available, the patrol could only try to contain the criminals within the oil field area, using as an advantage the fact that there were only 2 avenues of escape.
How far are you trailing them?
200-300 yards.
They're in bazooka range.
Drop back about 100 yards. Try and keep them in sight.
10-4.
$3632 to 2150, passing through Hastings Junction.
Hold it right there. Set up a roadblock.
Feed me! Feed me!
I'm feeding you.
Okay.
I'll take him just as he comes around the turn.
Right. You're supposed to be such a killer with a bazooka.
3427 to 2150.
2150, bye.
I'm out of service, but they're still headed your way.
Are you hurt?
Negative. Near miss. They got the tires. I'm off the road.
Can you get back on the highway?
I think so.
Set up a block in case they get by me. 10-4?
10-4.
Get off this road!
Stymied by the roadblocks in each direction, the criminals were forced to return to the Reiner oil fields. The patrol followed, hoping to apprehend the suspect before they found a back road out of the area.
westbound cover.
That's your second miss today. Is that how you knocked out those 3 tanks?
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Look, Stockard, we're stuck up here with every cop in the country headed this way, and you say don't worry.
With this, we can shoot our way out anytime we want to.
Well, come on, then. Let's shoot our way out now.
Will you let me run things? When I'm through, they'll give us the money, just to get rid of us.
Yeah.
I'm at the Reiner oil field, 10 miles west of Hastings Junction. Notify the FBI. Get your men on the other side of the road.
Right. Now, these new oil fields got to be watched. I hope this won't last too long.
You know, I can't figure it. With that weapon, they can fight their way out of here anytime they want.
Well, maybe they got a safer way. I'm going to find out.
Wait a minute. Criminal intelligence is just another way of saying Army detective. I'm a policeman, too.
I wish I had somebody from the artillery right now.
Oil workers moving across the road.
Let them go.
All right, both of you. Come on with your hands up. You haven't got a chance.
The cop.
I hope he shows himself. Feed me.
Okay.
You haven't got a chance. Come on with your hands up.
What's the matter, Stockard? He ain't even in good pistol range.
I know that. Look around you, cop. Oil wells, storage tanks. How much damage you think I can do from here? You ever see an oil field on fire? How many million you think this field's worth? I can wreck it from here.
A near miss will set this whole place in flames.
Give him whatever he wants. He can keep the payroll.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Maybe you don't know what this oil field's worth. Hold your fire!
You hold it.
Hold it yourself. That payroll's our money. If you want to give it to him, we can. We won't press the charges.
There's nothing I can do about it now. Never mind the charges. They've committed a crime.
Well, maybe you got an answer for this. How many crimes is an oil field worth? We haven't begun to tap this basin yet.
All right. You've had time to talk it over.
What's your price?
Clear your roadblocks. Then pull your car to where we can disable it. And hostages. And some people to keep us company.
I'll have to get an okay from headquarters.
Okay, cop. You got just 3 minutes to get it.
3 minutes, give him what he wants.
How'd you stall him? I'll see if I can get within pistol range.
I'll go along with you. You may need help.
Thanks.
How much time they got?
2 minutes.
Seems like they've taken an hour. Look, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we should get out of here.
Let me have it for a while. I'd like to see what a rocket would do to an oil tank.
Maybe we ain't deep enough, huh?
You know something, Buster? I don't think you ever saw Korea. Go on. Tell me. How long were you really in the Army?
Didn't they use these against snipers in the Pacific?
And they sure did. That's as good as light tank armor. But I don't think it'll stand a point-blank hit.
Did Stocker ever see combat?
No, PX clerk. But he did go through basic training.
Maybe he'll break and run.
He might.
Let's try it. Wait a minute. Have you ever run one of these things?
Well, I can try. I used to be an old tank man.
All right, let's go.
right, they've had their 3 minutes.
Let's give up. We'll give them back their money. Maybe that way they'll...
Look, Stocker, I'm going to give them something to remember me by. Then I'm going to blast my way out of here. Now I need somebody to feed this thing. So help me, if you chicken, not out.
Oil well, Mother, maybe.
I'll get those storage tanks first.
Look!
Reload! I said reload! If you run, Stocker, so help me, I'll kill you!
Don't worry, we'll book him.
Thanks. We'll work out prosecution with the FBI. One more day like this, and I'm going to put in for a combat infantryman's badge. Maybe we can find one for you, too.
Thanks very much. This badge causes us enough trouble. See the Highway Patrol in action again next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross, not on the highway. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Highway Patrol's activities frequently lead them far from the highways. Sometimes a search for a criminal takes the patrol to the remote, isolated, inaccessible areas like Mount Vista. But to the unsuspecting Walt and Frida Hollis, Mount Vista was merely an ideal spot for camping and deer hunting.
Mount Vista area. Not a trace of him since we found his abandoned car. And the car told us nothing.
He's the only one been identified. If we can find him, maybe we can find out who's behind the pharmacy stick-ups. Oh, how's the druggist that Demer's shot?
You'll be okay.
Good.
Walt! 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 I brought you a blanket.
Thanks.
My husband and I found you here. You look like you've been badly hurt.
Yeah, my ankle. This your place?
My husband's mostly. He's been coming up here for years. You're burning up with fever. How long have you been here?
A few days. Up here to do some hunting. Got lost. That my gun?
Well, yes. Do you always hunt with that kind of gun?
Some people use slingshots or bows and arrows. I use a revolver. That one. Did you say your husband was around here?
Oh, he's gone to the ranger station to get some help for you. It's a few miles from here, but Walt knows every inch of these mountains. He's been camping up here since he was a boy.
Say, if you got any food, I haven't eaten.
Oh, of course. I'll get some.
No, wait a minute. I can make it. Give me a hand.
Well, I really don't think you should move around.
I'd feel a lot better off this floor. I guess I couldn't quite make it alone.
Well, all right.
I don't want any help, lady. Get the other room.
What are you going to do?
Get the other room, I said. Sit down. Sit down. You know, I'd be a lot better off if you couldn't tell anybody anything about me. But, well, you've been pretty nice. Put your hands behind the chair.
Is this the way you treat people who are nice to you?
Aren't many nice people around, lady.
This is an emergency call, Mount Vista Ranger Station, calling the Highway Patrol headquarters.
Why the Highway Patrol? Can't you just get an ambulance up here for him?
Well, from the way you described the man, he may... Hold on. Hello, Highway Patrol? This is Ranger Ben Seward, Mount Vista Ranger Station. Yeah, a couple of campers found an injured man up here. He's in pretty bad shape. He may be the man you were looking for last week. What? Oh, yeah, hold on. They want you to describe him.
Sure.
Go ahead. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, hold the line. Hold the line a moment, please. Yeah? Mount Vista Ranger Station on the landline. Some campers found an injured man up there. His description fits Mickey Demarest.
Is the ranger still on the line?
Line 4.
Mount Vista, Stan Matthews. Description of the man you sent in sounds like Mickey Demarest. He's wanted for armed robbery. What's his condition?
Well, he's in pretty bad shape, Mr. Matthews. He's still at Hollis's cabin about 3 miles east of here. They found him unconscious with a bad ankle and a high fever.
I'll have a helicopter in the air in 10 minutes. Now, you stand by your radio to guide us in and tell the campers to be careful of Demarest. He's scared and probably armed, capable of anything. Yeah, that's right. Have him warm up the helicopter. Get me a map of the Mount Vista area. I want this guy alive.
Look, have you got an extra gun I can use? Frida has my rifle.
That copter will probably be here before you can hike back to your cabin. I'll have to stay here on the radio to guide them in. As soon as I make contact, I'll meet you at the cabin. Good luck.
Thanks. Thanks for this.
Hope you don't have to use it.
That's up to Demarest.
Take to get this bird to Mount Vista?
About a half hour.
Helicopter to communications.
Communications to helicopter. Come in.
Have all cars in the Mount Vista vicinity. Cover the trails from the summit to the highways. Don't use your guns unless you have to, as Demarest can give us a lot of information on the narcotics jobs. Oh, send an ambulance up here. We're liable to need it.
10-4.
Right there. You better drop that rifle. Drop it now! And please, mister, don't try and be a hero.
Where's my wife? What have you done to her?
She's at the cabin. She'll be okay. You alone?
What have you done with her?
I said she'll be okay. You've got a car down the highway, haven't you? Come on, give me your car keys. Listen, mister. Please don't try any funny stuff. I don't want to do any more killings. So don't spoil things for either one of us. All I want is out of this lousy wilderness, and you can help me.
What about Frida?
She'll be okay. Come on, move.
We can't leave her.
Move, I said.
According to this map, that should be the ranger station right down there.
Ranger station to helicopter. You're approaching the area now.
Okay, Seward, we see you. How far are we from the Hollis cabin?
Proceed on the same course for about 3 miles beyond this station. It's the first clearing you see due east of here.
Is there room enough to set this copter down?
Plenty of room. I'll meet you up there.
No, you stay right where you are by the radio in case we need you. We can handle this alone.
All right, mister, hold it.
Looks like company's coming, Demarest. The ranger called the highway patrol, you know.
Get under cover.
Ranger station, a helicopter. Come in, copter.
What's up, Seward?
Just heard gunshots, 3 of them. They came from the direction of the cabin where Demarest is.
All right, let's go.
The echoes of the 3 gunshots had hardly died out when the Highway Patrol helicopter landed at the Hollis cabin. Somewhere nearby, there were 2 innocent people and 1 desperate man.
Mrs. Hollis. Mrs. Hollis.
He shot him. That man, he shot Walt. We were trying to help him. Trying to help him. He shot Walt.
You got one on the shoulder. How does it feel?
Rough.
It's not too bad, Mrs. Hollis. Do you think you two could make it to the copter? Pilot will take you back to the ranger station and come back and get me.
Hollis was flown to the ranger station for treatment. He was suffering from shock and loss of blood, but his wound was not critical. While Hollis responded to treatment, Mickey Demarest, sick, injured, and desperate, was still at large. He had to be hunted down and taken alive if possible.
Highway Patrol headquarters, please. Hello, Melton, this is Matthews. Keep this line open. It'll be better than having you monitor all the calls from the ranger station. No, Hollis is doing okay. Have the ambulance stand by. Are there any cars in the area yet?
1441 and 1450 are up there now.
Tell them to stand by where they are and cover all the trails leading from the summit to the highway. If we can't pin Demarest down with a copter, we might be able to chase him out in the open. Okay, thanks, Melton. How you doing, Hollis?
I'll be okay, thanks.
Mrs. Hollis, is there anything you can tell us that'll help us locate Demarest?
All I know is when he heard me, he turned. Walt tried to take the rifle away from him. They fell, and the gun went off. It looked like an accident,
That second shot was no accident. If he hadn't hurried, I wouldn't be talking.
Well, what about the third shot?
That was mine. The man was in the woods by then. I don't know if I hit him. All I could think of was Walt.
Thanks, Mrs. Hollis. Seward, can I see you a minute? You know this country pretty well. Could you map out any of the trails that Demarest might take to get out of there?
Sure, but he'll probably stay off the trails, won't he?
No, I don't think so. He's hurt pretty bad. He'll stick to the regular trails. He doesn't want to take a chance on getting lost again.
Could be. I'll get the map.
Okay.
Now, this is the physical layout of the Mount Vista summit. The woods end here, the terrain becomes rocky.
Well, all the trails seem to be in there, so he's got to be on one of them. Any place in here he could hide from our copter?
Well, those boulders might help him. Actually, this map shows you the summit just as you'll see it from your helicopter.
Okay, thanks.
The helicopter buzzed back and forth across the Mount Vista summit looking for Mickey Demarest, the man who could possibly give the patrol a solution to the recent chain of pharmacy holdups.
got a bad ankle. He may have a bullet in it. Helicopter to ranger station. Helicopter to ranger station. How's Hollis doing?
He's doing fine.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. He's got to be around here someplace. Let's double back, Roy.
That would be a favor. A big one.
That'd be my guess if that's the way you want it. Go ahead and shoot.
Listen, I already shot up 2 people. 2 of them, copper.
Yeah, but they're not dead. You're not wanted for a murder rap.
You expect me to believe that?
Yes, I do.
All of a sudden, I'm a nice guy. I've got a gun on you, and so all of a sudden, you're on my side. My buddy.
Look, we could have picked you off from the copter any time. We could have used you for target practice. Let you lay out there while we sat in a rock telling stories until you passed out. I'm coming down to get you because I need information on that pharmacy job. So either use that gun or throw it away.
Listen, cop, do you think I won't use it? You think I won't use it?
All right, Roy. Warm up the copter. I can handle him. good care of you. Get in.
See the Highway Patrol in action again next week. Until then, remember, leave blood at the Red Cross, not on the highway. This is Bradley Crawford saying see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Law enforcement agencies are constantly alert for signs of illegal gambling because such operations not only bilk the public of huge amounts of money each year, but are the breeding ground for racketeering and lawlessness that lead inevitably to major crimes of violence. In May of last year, an illegal gambling room opened with a small restaurant as a front. Within a week, the operation had attracted racketeer Jim Garrett, who immediately planned to take over.
It's okay.
I knew you'd like it, Jim. Quiet little town, centrally located. It's a good setup.
That's too good for Charlie Rash. But by this time tomorrow, Charlie will be broke, and the cops will have his place padlocked. It'll be all ours, Eddie.
Speaking of cops.
Look who's in town.
Yeah, Garrett and Peterson.
Wonder what they're doing at Glen Ridge.
Let's find out.
You're a long way from home, aren't you, Garrett?
It's a free country.
For those who play by the rules.
You've got nothing on me, Matthews.
Well, that's just a matter of time. Now, what are you two big city boys doing down here?
We're on vacation.
Look, I can't order you out, but you're going to get more relaxation someplace else. I'm going to be breathing down your neck every minute you're in town, so I suggest you move out right now.
On vacation, huh?
Yeah, like a crocodile. Notify the units in the area to keep an eye on them.
Does the cops tagging us change anything, Jim?
No. No, we've got too much invested to stop now. And as a matter of fact, Matthews seeing us here might turn out to be a pretty good thing. When he gets that tip on a gambling joint, he's going to jump at the chance to pull a raid, knowing we're in town.
Yeah, and our hands are clean. Why, it's practically a whitewash.
Well, you say you found the guy to make our play for us?
Yeah, a guy named Nolan Beale. He likes to play roulette, and he needs the money. Runs a garage.
How about the Couperier? Is he all set?
Just waiting for our man.
Good. Let's go talk to Beale.
William! What do you got?
Well, I gave the new shift the word on Garrett and Peterson.
Maybe if we put the heat on, they might take the hint and leave, huh?
Well, not if there's any truth in the rumors I heard.
What rumors?
Well, so far it's too vague to put in a report, but Garvey told me he overheard a woman say her brother-in-law had gambled away all the rent money.
Sound like a room?
Well, it does with Garrett and Peterson here in town. Of course, it could be coincidence.
Don't bet on it. See what you can find out about him for the past week or so.
Right.
I'll go up and get it. Hey, Bill. I'll be right here. This is the friend I was telling you about. Jim, meet Nolan Beale.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, come on in.
Eddie, you stay outside, huh?
Well, sit down.
Oh, that's all right. I guess Eddie told you we might have a little proposition for you.
Well, Eddie didn't tell me very much, Mr.
Jim will do. I understand you're a gambling man.
Well, I don't know, not very much. At least I can't afford very much.
Can't afford to lose, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, then you should be interested in our proposition.
Well, what is it exactly?
Well, it's very simple. We stake you to some roulette in Charlie Rash's place, and we split the winnings 3 ways. You, Eddie, and me.
Well, what if I lose?
Not a chance.
Well, you got a system or something?
Yeah, let's call it that.
I think you got the wrong guy. Now, the systems are too complicated. Besides, they don't work.
Look, I know what I'm doing. Now, here's a chance for you to make some fast bucks. You've got nothing to lose.
Well, hey, wait a minute. If it's so easy, why don't you already do it yourself?
We don't get along with Charlie Rash. He won't let us inside his place. But Eddie says that you've been there every day since it opened.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you're a cinch. What do you say?
What do I do?
Well, here's 500. Now get this. Your first bet is the one that counts. You put 100 on number 12 and 100 on number 14. That's all there is to it. After that, anything goes.
100 on 12 and 100 on 14. I don't get it. How do you win?
That's all you need to know. As far as you or anybody else is concerned, you're just a lucky guy. Now, when can you get started?
Well, the boys will be back in about an hour. I'll leave then.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, how far shall I go with this? When do I quit?
Who knows? Why break a winning streak?
Where'll I meet you guys?
We'll be around.
Any luck?
Oh, I got a call in for Bill Maple. He's that deputy sheriff who worked with us up north.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
If anybody can give us late information on Garrett, he can.
Renville's right for a guy like that. It's right in the middle of 3 big cities.
Yeah, he can move out in any direction.
Let's see if we can nip him before he gets started.
Chips, please. 500.
500. There you are, sir.
100 on 12, and 100 on 14. That's the way I want it. First time, anyway.
You're the boss.
I see. Give him his apartment, too, huh? Now, it looks like Mr. Garrett moved out lock, stock, and barrel. Well, thanks a lot, Bill. Hope we can do you a favor one time. So long.
14, another winner.
Good luck night, partner.
Watch these for me, Chalky. I'll be right back.
You're safe. All right, place your bet, folks. Get on your bets.
Beale and Durbin. Gil, Nolan. I'm in that gambling room I told you about. You know, the one in the back room of the restaurant? Now get this, Gil. I want you to get down here right away. Now don't ask me any questions, Gil. Just get here, will you? Okay, now I'll tell the girl in the front to let you in. Okay, now hurry.
Apparently the police up there were keeping pretty close tabs on him. About a week ago, Eddie Peterson dropped out of sight. And 4 days later, Garrett closed his office, gave up his apartment, and he disappeared.
Sounds like he said Eddie out to scout a new location. He found it, then Garrett moved in.
From those rumors, they could have a new place open already.
Yeah, it's awful fast work. Put a couple of guys in plain clothes, put a tail on him.
Right.
16 is the winner. You're really lucky today.
Where do I...
Are you looking for someone?
I'm Gil Durbin.
Mister, you won again. You're really doing all right. Place your bets,
What's going on?
Gil, I'm winning. I can't lose. Look at all those chips.
Good. How did you do it?
2 guys staked me, and
What 2 guys?
I don't know. A guy, Eddie somebody, and another guy named Jim. I'm supposed to split this 3 ways, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this money down to the garage.
Now, wait a minute, Nolan.
Gil, look. This is a chance we've been waiting a lifetime for. This will give us all that new equipment we've been slaving for.
Well, what about your 2 friends?
They won't know. They kept speaking about a little deal, a little proposition, a few fast bucks. They never expected anything like this. I'll take a few more spins on the wheel, and then I'll split that with them. Don't make me miss this chance, Gil, please.
Well, I sure hope you know what you're doing.
So do I.
He's been in there quite a while. He must be doing okay.
Should. He's got the best stick man in the business working for him.
There he is. I could have sworn that was Beale.
Oh, it's okay. You didn't tip anything. I wish he'd show up. I don't like staying in one place so long.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And he wins again. Number 16.
No mistake this time, Jim. That's him.
Hey, Beale, over here.
Well, it was just like you said. We made a killing.
Okay, Eddie. Go make your call.
Right.
Now, let's see it.
Now, here's the 500. There's over 3,000 there.
Where's the rest of it?
Well, that's all of it.
You're holding out on me, boy.
No, that's it. You see, they closed the wheel down.
You're lying to me.
Now, look, you, that's all there is. I don't care whether you like it or not.
Why, you stupid punk.
Yes? Who is this? Hello? Hello?
Who was that?
An anonymous tip. Our gambling joint's operating right now.
All right, man, let's go. We'll set it up on the way. Come on.
Jim, what happened?
He came out with $3,000, tried to tell me that was all. Well, you about ready to tell me where the rest of it is?
We gotta get out of here. The cops are on their way.
Well?
My partner, Gil Durbin. Oh.
He's dead.
Yeah. That partner knows about us. We better get him, and fast.
As the Highway Patrol converged on the illicit gambling hall, mute evidence of the violence it had already spawned lay only a few feet away.
You take over. I'm going to check over here.
think I saw somebody. I better check. Jim, I just thought of something. Remember that first guy I stopped, the one I thought was Beale?
Yeah, what about him?
That must have been Durbin. He looked like Beale, but when I called him Beale, he got scared, remember?
Yeah, he did.
So he does know about us. He's seen us.
You go check. I'll turn the car around.
Right.
Who is it?
According to this, it's Nolan Beale.
You think there's a connection here?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. How'd it go with you?
The deputy sheriff's rounded up most of them. We got them all but one. The croupier got out through a ventilator in a back dressing room, the way it looks.
Well, we had the back covered.
Yeah, as near as I can figure, he knew we were coming and pulled out before we got there. George, the waitress stays. Oh, they weren't much help.
Everybody said Beale left this table winning a lot of money.
Yeah, the cashier said he had close to 4,000 left, even after he passed most of his winnings to a partner.
To pick up his partner?
Alberts is standing by the garage. He'll let us know.
The whole thing is rigged.
Yeah, rigged for the house to lose.
You explain that to me.
Well, at least explains why the croupier beat it before we raided. It doesn't help us much in figuring out who killed Beale or why. You suppose he and his partner are both hired by somebody else to do their dirty work?
I don't know. Let's check that waitress again, huh?
The car's parked back up the street about 100 yards.
Good.
Hasn't he shown up yet?
Nobody there but the mechanic.
Cops. Come on, let's get out of here.
Stay here. We've got to wait for Durbin.
You had the best chance of anybody around here to see what happened across the street.
I didn't see a thing, I tell you.
We don't believe that.
Believe what you like.
We did see everybody that came in and out. That's your job. And you knew Beale was making a run on the roulette wheel. You knew when his partner came in and when he left 5 minutes later. And you've been around long enough, Miss Hawkins, to peg that maneuver. A lot of money was walking out that door. Don't tell me you didn't watch.
I didn't see a thing.
Is that the way you want it?
Yeah.
Okay. Book everybody in the joint for murder.
Now, wait a minute.
Look, you people make me sick. A guy walks out of here a big winner. I find him across the street dead with $2 in his pocket. Is this the way you recoup your losses?
Nobody working for Charlie Rash would do a thing like that.
And I'll tell you what, give me somebody else. Somebody else fast.
I didn't see what happened to Bill. Honest, I didn't. But I did see something just before, when his partner went out.
What was that?
I knew what was up. I watched him walk down the street. Then all at once, a man ran out and stopped him. It was Eddie Peterson.
Now tell me, what happened?
Nothing. Eddie acted like he'd made a mistake, that's all. Durbin looked real scared and beat it.
Make sense to you now?
Looks like Garrett all the way.
We can't prove it in court. It's circumstantial.
Well, Durbin can help.
And Garrett must have known it. You could have saved us a lot of trouble.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Maybe he's not coming back. Maybe he knows we're laying for him. Cops, stay down. That was Matthews himself.
They must be looking for Durbin, too.
We haven't got a chance. Let's get out of here.
If they're still looking, they haven't found him. We'll wait.
I don't wish them any luck, but I'm glad they're gone.
.3016 to headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
Our 1020 is 740 Spaulding. We're checking on Durbin's girlfriend, 10-4.
10-4.
He said he just left, going back to the gambling house to find Beale. Let's go. Durbin?
That's right.
I want to ask you some questions.
About what?
Come on inside. Give me the keys.
I'll call headquarters. I'll be right in.
Sit down, Durbin.
What happened here?
We raided the joint a few minutes ago. We were a little late. We found your partner dead across the street.
Nolan is dead?
Yeah. Now, come on. Tell me what happened in here. Come on, come on, come on.
I don't know anything about it until Nolan called me. I came down here and he was winning at roulette. He couldn't stop winning.
Go on, go on, go on.
He said 2 men had staked him.
Give any names?
Eddie and a guy named Jim.
Eddie and Jim, all right. Go on, go on, go on.
He was supposed to split 3 ways, but he said he'd won more than they expected. He wanted me to take most of the winnings out for him.
And you did?
Like a fool, I let him talk me into it. If I hadn't, he'd still be.
Tell me, what happened outside?
A guy stopped me. He mistook me for Nolan.
Well, that must have been Eddie Peterson. Did you see the other guy?
Yes. He was near a fence, but I got a good look at him.
If you saw him again, could you identify him?
I'll say I could.
What'd you do with the money?
I didn't know what to do with it. Finally, I stuffed it in an envelope and mailed it to myself. That's where it is now, in the mail.
Albert's just called in from the garage. He's had Garrett and Peterson spotted.
Where are they?
Behind the fence, across the street from the garage.
They're after me, aren't they?
Well, you're the only connection between them, Beale, and the murder.
What can you do about it?
Well, I can pick them up, but how I can hold them without proof? That's hard to figure.
Do you think you can get some?
I'm going to be honest with you. That's up to you.
Me?
Yeah.
You mean if they try to kill me?
That's proof.
I really don't have a choice, do I?
Yeah, you got a choice, but it's not a very happy one. See, I can't guarantee anything but reliable men behind you.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I want you to walk home.
Okay.
That kid's got a lot of moxie. Come on.
They must have found him by now. They must have.
Eddie, remember the money he's carrying. That's enough to make him nervous. He's probably hiding out just like we are, waiting for that cop to leave. Now, he'll come home, and when he does, we'll be here.
We're all set.
All right, Gil, this is going to be tricky. We've got 2 units moving in from behind. We'll keep out of sight and cover you from the front.
When we're ready, I'll pull our man out of there.
Do it about a minute before we start.
Okay, we've got 3 minutes to get in position.
Okay.
We're ready.
All right, Gil, the first sign of trouble drop. Let us do the fighting. Come on.
The cop pulled out all right. He's no place in sight.
It's the best chance we've had, Eddie. Stay on your toes.
I told you he'd come home.
Down, Gil! an ambulance. You're both under arrest for murder and attempted murder. Thanks to you.
Mr. Matthews, that money, I don't want it. It was a bad gamble. What'll I do with it?
Well, we'll leave that up to the courts. That kind of money is illegal in this state, and at the moment, so are you.
Me? Well, what do we do now?
Well, after what you did for us, I think you'll find a friendly judge. Come on. I hope you'll be with us next week. Until then, remember, no matter how new, the safest device in your car is you. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. One of the routine duties of the Highway Patrol is to ensure the safety and protection of the ordinary traveler on the public highway. But on September 2nd, the most amazing coincidence ever encountered by the Highway Patrol took place. Because of a strange case of mistaken identity, John and Martha Coulter, innocent travelers, were marked for violent attack. At the moment, they were carefree, happy, unworried. But by a twist of fate, they were even then being marked.
Honey, I think I'll run up to the filling station and have it done.
All right, John. It'll give me a chance to freshen up a little before dinner.
Look, do you want me to bring the bags in before I leave?
No, I don't need them. You can bring them in when you come back.
Well, I'll just drop the tire off and leave it. We can pick it up on the way out tomorrow.
All right, dear. But remember, this is our first vacation together in over 7 years, and I don't want to spend any of it alone. So hurry.
Oh, you know, it seems like a second honeymoon. After all these years not having the children along, huh?
You deserve this vacation, John. You've worked so hard these past years, putting Margie and Johnny through college. What with me in the hospital so much, it hasn't been easy on you.
You know something, Martha? I love you. I'll be right back. Goodbye. well.
Where are the diamonds?
Well, what?
Office? I'm sorry to bother you again, but I just don't understand it. My husband should have been back long ago. Maybe something's happened. You better give me the police.
Highway Patrol, Officer Larrabee. Yes, ma'am. Can you give me a description of the car, please? Yes, I have it. But don't you think you should give him some more time?
Oh, I know my husband. When he says 5 minutes, he doesn't mean an hour.
All right, Mrs. Calder. I'll see if we can locate him. Headquarters to 3310.
3310 to headquarters.
What's up? Worried wife. Check the service stations in the vicinity of the Pinewood Motel for a John Coulter driving a gray sedan, license Illinois 888313. Repeat, Illinois 888313. All right, come on. Wake up. Wake up. Let's go. Shut up. Come on.
Hello. Hello. Officer Larrabee? I'm sorry to bother you again, but he still hasn't come back.
No, we've had no report of an accident, and I've already alerted the patrol unit in that area.
3310 to headquarters.
I understand, Mrs. Calder, and how you feel. Yes, ma'am. Can you hold on a minute, please?
Headquarters by.
found the car, all right. The registration in the name of John Coulter. Farmer passing through here spotted it. Car and everything in it's been gone through. No sign of Coulter. 10-4?
10-4. Did you hear that?
What'd you like, tell her?
So we found her husband's car. We'll call him when we hear more.
Mrs. Coulter, we've just received information that your husband...
Look, mister, you can only go so far playing dumb. That gray sedan is yours, isn't it?
Yes,
And you're from Chicago, aren't you?
Yes.
And you pulled into the Pinewood Motel this morning, didn't you? Then where are the diamonds?
Please, I don't know what you're talking about. No!
Where are they?
Somebody was sure looking for something.
Couldn't find it, so they took Coulter.
That's the way I'd figure.
I called in for the lab men. They might turn up some prints.
What about the guy that owned the other car?
No help. I sent him home.
Oh, that's fine. Search the woods. You might find a body. If you want me, I'll be at the Pinewood Motel. I want to talk to Mrs. Coulter.
Yes, sir.
Search by officers and auxiliaries of the Highway Patrol failed to turn up John Coulter, either dead or alive.
If you'd only listen to me, please. I'm a cabinet maker. I can prove it. There's things in my car that...
We're not going back to your car,
but
mister.
my wallet here. Look in my wallet. My union card. I'm a cabinet maker. I know nothing about diamonds. Would I have a union card? There'd be no reason for it. No. I'm a cabinet maker. Furniture. Tables and chairs, please.
Just could be.
It's the truth.
Well, I'm going to find out.
What are you going to do?
That's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm going to tie you up. Then I'm going to make a phone call. And heaven help you if you're lying.
Please. But I don't understand. If somebody stopped John to rob him, why did they take him away?
That's why I want to find out what was in the car.
Just our luggage, what anybody would take on a pleasure trip.
How about money?
Traveler's checks. My husband doesn't carry cash.
What business is your husband in?
He's a cabinet maker, mostly hand-carved pieces.
Is he employed?
Yes, by the Leonardo Company of Evanston, Illinois, for 20 years now. We're on our vacation, our first... Mr. Matthews, why did they take him?
Have you got a picture of him?
It's in my purse.
Where'd you get it, please? Highway Patrol headquarters, please.
It isn't a very good one.
Well, that'll do fine. Hello, this is Matthews. Check the Chicago police on a John Coulter, cabinet maker, employed by Leonardo Company in Evanston. What's that? Okay, check that too. I know this is a silly thing to say, but I'll try not to worry you.
Our reservation's for the same room I had last time, number 10. Don't let them switch it. As we used to say when we were kids, do you see anything green? Say, what is this anyway?
You just checking in?
Yeah, from Phoenix, Denver, Kansas City. I come from Chicago. Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. Here. Matthews, Highway Patrol.
I'm Harry Barlow. What can I do for you?
Would you come with me? I'd like to ask you some questions.
Oh, sure, but my wife, she'll be worrying.
Only take a minute.
All right, just a minute.
All right, let's go.
All right.
You from Evanston?
Town next to it, Wilmot.
May we come in?
Certainly.
Thanks.
Now, what's this all about?
Do you two people know each other?
No, I don't think we've ever met.
No, but the pleasure's mine, Mrs.
Mrs. Calder, Mr. Barlow. You come from adjoining towns around Chicago.
Well, there are over 5 million people around Chicago. What are you getting at?
Mr. Barlow, do you carry anything valuable enough that somebody might want to rob you for it? Money, securities, something like that?
I know I saw your badge, but do you have any other identification?
Yeah, sure. Here, take a good look.
No offense, Matthews, but I have to be careful. I'm from Dixon and Barlow, Chicago. We're diamond merchants. I'm carrying diamonds.
It figures.
How's that?
Well, yours and Calder's car. They're the same make, model, and color. You come from the same state. One license number is 888113. The other is 888313. You both arrive at the same motel on the same day. A man and a woman in each car.
Well, that is quite a coincidence.
Maybe the diamonds are the coincidence.
How's that?
Well, you see, Calder was kidnapped. He was mistaken for you. He's still missing. That's why I'm here.
Mistaken for me?
Anybody know you were carrying the diamonds?
No, absolutely no one. A man in my business doesn't shoot his mouth off.
Your wife knew?
She wouldn't talk.
How about somebody in your office?
We have no office force. It's just my partner and myself.
Your partner?
Well, yes, he knew I was on a selling trip. You're not implying...
No, I'm just adding one thing on top of another.
Yes, but what you were saying
I'm not saying anything. The possibilities of saying it. Highway Patrol headquarters.
But Al Dixon has been my partner for 10 years.
Now, this is Matthews. Run a check on Al Dixon of Dixon and Barlow Diamond Merchants in Chicago. Find out if Dixon's been in touch with anybody in this area. Yeah, that's right. How long are you going to stay here?
I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'm due in Lake City at 3 p.m.
Does this motel got a safe?
Certainly. That's why I always stay here.
Put your diamonds in it right now.
All right.
I'll be in touch with you.
Mr. Matthews.
Yes, what?
What's this all about?
It's what we call a lead. It might help to find your husband. $21.50 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2150.
I want a stakeout at the Pinewood Motel. I'm coming back to headquarters. 10-4?
10-4.
Sure, Dixon, I heard you, but that doesn't change it. You must have given me the wrong license number.
I said 888113, not 313.
Yeah, but the same kind of car.
Listen, you got the wrong man. Go and get the right one.
But maybe I'm hot. The cops are probably looking for the guy I took.
Anybody see you take him?
No.
Where have you got him?
He's stashed away in the woods.
Well, then it's working for you. The police are looking for the man you took. Now, look, my partner's scheduled to leave the Pinewood in the morning. He's due at Lake City at 3 p.m. Now, he'll be easy to pick off anywhere between Pinewood and Lake City.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Remember our deal. Payment on delivery.
I'll see you in an hour. Thanks very much.
Search details covered 5 square miles. No Coulter.
3310, wide and search. 10-4?
10-4.
Give me Barlow on the phone right away.
Hello?
Mr. Barlow, Can you hold on just a moment, please? Dan Matthews, the Highway Patrol.
See if the sheriff is here yet. Well, Mr. Barlow, I've just received a teletype from the Chicago police. Do you have a customer in Clifton? Oh, it's about 5 miles from your motel. The address is 175 4th Street in Clifton.
Clifton? No, I don't think we have any customer there. Why?
Well, the report says your partner made 2 phone calls to Clifton and received 4 from public phone booths in this area. That was in the past 2 weeks.
Sure we have no customer there. Al hasn't any relatives or friends in this part of the country, or, well, I'd have known about them.
Yeah, I'll check it and get back to you. Thanks.
The sheriff's here now.
Check this out for me. Tell the stakeout of the Pinewood Hotel I'm on my way.
Mr. Matthews.
Oh, thanks for helping me out on this case, Sheriff.
Still only deputy.
Larrabee brief you?
On the phone, the Coulter case, he said. That you need me as a decoy. Will I do?
Yeah, fine. We might not be decoying anybody. The guy we want might be 1,000 miles away by now.
Or he might make another try for the diamonds, you think?
Well, it's a possibility. If he does, well, we want to be around. Might get rough.
I'm forewarned.
And armed, I hope.
Tommy gun.
Let's go. Pinewood Motel.
My wife went over to stay with Mrs. Coulter about an hour ago.
No one else saw her go?
No one. Look, isn't this liable to be a little dangerous, this decoy business, especially for you, ma'am? Why don't I just leave for Lake City on schedule with the police escort?
We're after the man who kidnapped Coulter. We've got to get him out in the open. He can tell us where Coulter is.
Oh, yes, I see. I'm sorry. I guess I was thinking more about my diamonds.
Let's see, it's 9:30. If you were to arrive in Lake City by 3, you'd leave now, wouldn't you?
Yes.
I'm sure the guy we're after knows that, too. I hope he makes a try. Let me have the keys to your car.
This is the key to the ignition.
Thanks. Now the briefcase.
The diamonds are still in the motel safe.
You all set?
The bags are all ready for you.
Thanks for helping. Good luck. We'll need it.
Carrying the Barlow luggage and his portable radio transmitter, Matthews and Deputy Sheriff Warren gambled that the criminal would be caught in their trap.
To headquarters.
Go ahead, 2150.
I'm 10 miles west of Pinewood Motel on County Road 22. I'm en route to Lake City. Our patrol unit's in position to render assistance.
Affirmative.
10-4.
In the mirror, car coming up fast behind.
Throw out the diamonds.
Drop your gun. We're the police. I'm going after him. Alert headquarters. Throw down your gun. You're back on the highway. I haven't got a chance.
All I need is a car, cop. I'll get me one.
Throw it down.
I got one left, cop, and it's for you.
Throw down that gun. Where's Calder?
Who's Calder?
Where is he? Come on, don't make it murder.
He's in a clearing off Highway 22, up a dirt road about 10 miles south of Pinewood.
Call headquarters. Tell them for Mrs. Calder.
It's a guy Dixon in Chicago got me into this.
Don't worry about it. You'll have plenty of time to talk the whole thing over with him. Move. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, it isn't what you drive, but how you drive that counts. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.